There it is.
Yeah, Johnny
I'm
Carson.
not allowed to start teaching school because I like it. I have to somehow. I owe you something because I decided not to podcast. Look, I get you're a super fan, but I don't owe you an apology.
You owe the people a month.
But I'll tell you
If
what.
you go on and we stream snipe your show,
I'm going to rip you apart,
it would be unprecedented.
I will tear you apart on there,
very
Kevin.
sorry.
Without
Andrea.
precedent.
I'm very sorry.
I'm going to
that
yell.
I in Vegas.
Oh.
Here I am.
You know,
And
headline.
I'm hanging out with Dice Clay. Well, when I'm headlining in Vegas. Kevin, my man.
Look at the turkey neck. Look at the turkey neck.
I am. And I'm hanging out with Dice Clay. Well, when I'm headlining in Vegas.
Here we go.
Kevin, my man. Kevin, sorry if I'm
He's
copying.
such an idiot who's got it coming out of his phone speaker.
I'm sorry. I'm just explaining.
Look how happy Chad is that Kevin showed up.
Like dice, it just happens.
Wait,
I'm
let me
sorry.
get my. I gotta get my headphones. Can you guys hear
Kevin,
me?
have
Yeah.
Chad be your co-host. Get rid of
I
Bob.
gotta grab my headphones. There's planes backing up
Chad.
at LaGuardia.
I had to jump on because Shuli's a piece of shit, and I had a second that and third that. Shuli's absolute garbage. No one's afraid of Shuli. End of story. Like nobody's afraid of Shuli Edgar or Silent Mike.
You like that?
Silent Mike.
Kevin, you like that?
Holy Mike.
Kevin, you like what I said?
He never talks. He's pathetic. I'm winging it. I'm winging it.
Kevin, I did that already.
I'm stealing
I
your
did that
character,
already. You're
John.
copying me.
I'm stealing you, John. I'm yelling at the fucking at my phone like you do.
I love you, Kevin.
Hi, Shuli's lawyers.
Hi, Neil's brother. Hi, Neil's brother's anti-Semitism.
You're gonna take everybody down. I'm Shuli Edgar. I'm 5'4" and I wear glasses.
5'6".
No one's afraid of you, Shuli. Nobody. You're afraid of producer Joe because he gets a gun and he goes next door to his elderly
Yeah, and you're in that age range, Kevin, so watch out.
You fucking hacks.
Hi, Neil's brother.
Then open a link. I'm gonna yell at him too.
Think about it. He just got off the air, and he's so engulfed with me. Look at who I'm bringing together. You're welcome, Internet. You're welcome.
Anthony's funny. I told him to watch you. I just sent him a text, told him to watch you when you got to him at the 5 o'clock hour. You better make sure Chad pays you for this hour before the hour's up.
He will.
It's 2 hours.
I don't know. I've talked to a lot of ex-hookers he's dealt with, and a lot of times he don't pay after he comes.
And guess
Wait,
what?
how are you married? How are you dealing with ex-hookers?
And look, all of a sudden, Kevin's not mad at Chad. Chad's not mad at Kevin.
No, everyone's mad at you.
Hey, man, we're going to give
Okay,
him
let's
pretty
watch
boys there.
Chad
We're
watching.
gonna pull it up. All right, we'll pull
Yeah,
it up.
he started.
Yeah, let's go.
Not on my watch.
Yeah.
Chad
We got
was.
a
I
couple,
guess Chad's. I don't know
a
what's
couple
going
of
on.
super
I don't even
chats
care
while we-
anymore.
I think these are things that people wanted to say to John. I don't know. Like
What?
it's like
No.
they're addressed to John. These are super chats from before we started. I don't know. We can not read them if you don't want to.
No, I don't want to read them.
Yeah.
$20. I'll
Yeah,
keep it
John.
quiet.
$20 is $20.
Yeah. You want me to take it? Look, 1999. John Shirley roasts you for your obvious alcoholism, yet he himself.
Bob, your audio's no good.
It'll fix it. Okay.
What? It sounds good to me. Is
It
he
sounds-
John,
out of
Shuley,
sync?
let me read it. John,
Okay.
Shuley roasts you for your obvious alcoholism, yet he himself is a pathetic burnout, constantly smoking pot in his wife's basement. He clearly has a terrible addiction. Talk about hypocrisy. I agree with this 100%. Shuley gets high all day. He pretends he's working. He's smoking, or he's high all day, and he can say, "Yeah, no, I'm running a network down here, so I have to be on my best, I have to be in my highest form."
Yeah, we do.
Come on, get up,
do
Ad, get
highlights.
up. We're gonna watch Chad snipe. We're gonna snipe stream Chad.
Like I said, when I'm off,
It's Brett the Hitman Hart.
I'm at school and I have lunch. I go back and forth between Kevin and you, Chad. You guys actually make me laugh. Julie has
Look, Jim Florentine's brother has become a member.
full body.
His boyfriend,
Thinks he's something
brother.
Bob, let him talk.
When it comes to comedy, it's fucking hysterical. He is the hypocrisy. This is the hypocrisy police coming for you, dues payer. We're gonna call out your hypocrisy. And Bob, I know you're a nice guy, and I know you don't mean to hurt anybody, but you also are a hypocrite. And Chad and I are gonna get into how much of a hypocrite both of you guys. Now, even Silent Mike is a hypocrite.
What a coward.
Yeah, that's that idiot Morse. That's his new name.
Oh, okay.
Silent Mike Morse.
Yeah.
Silent Mike. Fucking guy says about 3 words
That's
every
pretty good.
show. But then again, if Shirley's only
I
saying
love
one
it,
word,
man.
I don't
Live stream, it's fun.
He gets $100 a word. Fucking idiot. That was anonymous. How are you? Thank you.
You can have $100.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Shuley and Vince, the crooked lawyer. Guess what? Kevin paid up front. Chad paid up front. They both trusted me. They both know I'm not a cuck. They both know that I have a little thing, unlike you, Shuley, called integrity. I would never say yes to Chad or yes to Kevin and then collect their money and leave. I wouldn't do that to Carl. I wouldn't do that to Bob. And I even wouldn't do it to a weasel like you. Okay? I don't do that. Vince knew it. That's why Vince offered me 100% up front. But you and Bob want to rewrite history and somehow say I ran away. The only fucking twit that ran away was you when I tried to interview you. And now you have a revisionist history train. And this revisionist history train is all Shuley trying to rewrite history. Oh, the reason why I didn't talk was because I still worked for Stern. I was afraid, that Sean would edit the tape. Shuley, I'm gonna school you a little bit, bitch. You are my bitch. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Whoa.
I've done plenty of interviews for Stern. Even if I got punched, even if a guy called me a loser,
Yeah.
it didn't matter.
Yeah.
You don't edit gold, okay?
Yeah.
So even if you said whatever you said about my kids or my wife, and maybe I would have beat the living fuck out of you in that lobby. But either way, I wasn't going to edit it to make me look better. Royce and I we know how to do radio and video. We wouldn't edit out comedy gold. So whatever your response would have been, it would have been gold. And guess what? Agar, Carl agrees. There's not one person who thinks that I would have edited something out. The only person is you trying to rewrite fucking history to try and make you look like a big, bad, tough guy. But you're not. You're a pussy. And I challenge you to something, dues payer. I'm going to challenge you, Levy, and Silent Mike to this. Now,
Silent Mike.
I'm listening.
I am going to challenge this.
Hit like, everybody. Subscribe. Jump in the chat.
Call this
I am
episode
gonna-
Silent
oh,
Mike.
thanks for bringing it up. I was just getting
Silent
here.
Mike.
Red Honda.
I'm making
Thanks for
transformative comedy
$25 for Chad.
content. Silent Mike.
Where was the
Isn't
tough
that
guy the other day?
6-round boxing match, but we don't need.
There's too many
the big
people.
looks.
He
We
likes
do UFC
one-on-one.
looks, Okay.
No, he likes
I'm
when they're
going to
not
challenge
around.
you. Now you can pick who's going up.
Street
first.
fight, pussy.
Okay. Then I'll take care of that one. Then you bring in the next guy. Then I take care of that
Street
one.
fight,
Then you bring-
motherfucker. So hard your
Known as
daughter's
Silent
dick
Mike.
will fall off.
Then I take care of that one.
Come
Then you go back
on!
to the first one. And
Come
you're still
on!
standing. First of all, Bob's got black lungs. He ain't gonna last more than 20 seconds. Surely you're so tiny. I your bald fucking head in
I will
so
crush
hard
you.
that your wife would fucking leave you because you're gonna look like fucking all bloody. Your fucking nose and teeth. And then you bring in the fat fuck known as Silent Mike, and we'll see just how tough you are. Okay? We'll do it on either Brennan show or Chad show or Carl show. I don't care. but I'm up for it. I work out all the time. Let's see you. Let's see you come against me. You
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Fat boy. Two fat boys.
You got a damn big fucking mouth for somebody who thinks that I'm going to sit there and
Fat
take
boy.
it from you. Now, Chad, do you have the clips I sent you?
Yes.
Okay, here comes the hypocrisy police. Now, this is the best. Now, let me just tell everybody who's watching in the audience. I love this shit, Chad. I can do this all day. And I'm not going to tell you who I'm talking to about doing a show with, because no one's going to believe it, but it will blow the internet up. It will blow
Anthony
Louis
Cumia.
C.K. Louis
No
C.K. I know
And
for a
actually,
fact.
I'm starting to like this guy. I am. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but it's somebody that, these little putzes are going to have a heart attack if they know who I'm talking to.
Carl.
You
Neil
know,
Brennan?
I'm not going to say. Let's just say that it's somebody that I think if I did a show with, that it'll be gold. So let me, before we play the clip, Chad, bring us back into full here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, and by the way, I have plenty of words for Anthony, the domestic violence assault guy who
Thanks, teacher.
who freaking beat up or whatever, to Vinny Brand, who's a great fucking guy, great comic, and a great comedy club owner, and he fucking abused Vinny Brand's daughter. That ugly fucked twit fucking actually, in the process where he's biting her and everything else, he loses his gun while he's inebriated. Now, here's a guy who fights for the First fucking Amendment. We all should have guns. You can't even find yours.
He's doing me.
And you want
He's doing me yelling at the camera. He learned that from me.
Rage is your
even
thing.
find your own gun.
He watched me. He watched my show that he was on. He learned how to fucking do it. You lean forward and yell. Transformative content.
Thank you,
Lean.
Shuli's Anonymous. Now, let me tell you something, Chad.
Okay.
Anonymous. And
I'm here for it.
What?
I'm here for it.
All right. Shuli's Anonymous is
This
awesome.
is like Inception.
They're awesome. I don't give a frog's fat ass if they hate me. I don't care. I don't care if Dabbler's Anonymous hates me. I don't give a frog's fat ass. There are only three things I care about. Okay? Knight, Lily, Oscar. That's it. I can give a frog's fat ass, and my mother, of course. So maybe, my family, friends.
Shout out to Brian Johnson. This guy's a great guy. He's on he does a show. He's great.
Fire! That Brian Johnson?
No, not from AC/DC.
So anyway, Chad.
Yes.
So while Shuli, the bald wonder, is sniping Kevin Brennan.
No, he's sniping. Oh, while he's
No, just listen to me.
Okay.
Listen to him.
Listen to me.
Listen to me.
I love when you do that, by the way. I used to do shows at Levy, and he would always say, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You said you did that.
He's like Tommy Two Times from Goodfellas.
I'd be on the phone with him. He was just like, listen to me. You listen to me. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You idiots that don't
That's
listen.
playful goof and buff.
Checks
So don't
out.
get your fucking panties in an uproar. Anyway,
Don't come at
so
me.
Brennan is,
crush
I'm on
you.
a show with Brennan, and I call out Bob, and I say, look, Shuli said that as far as our Stern days, he was better than me, right?
He did.
Oh,
Then-
no. We're getting owned.
So then today, him and Bob are on this fucking, I don't know, BS show, reliving their glory days. Who knows? Okay. So they're on this show, and Shuli goes, I never said that I was better than John. Bob goes, yeah, I never heard you say that.
I never did.
Now, I hope you have that one up first, where Shuli says that he is better than me. Do you have it?
You're asking a lot from
Let's say
Chad.
it.
Chad's
What
not
happens?
great with a lot of balls in the air.
What a snooze fest.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
I just
but,
we could.
Can't believe
Bob,
you making money.
I text Bob just a reminder. He tried to fuck your wife.
Is he doing to John what Chad was doing to me? Carl and John.
He won't
you
have
can
me
play
on.
for him,
He's
Bob. You're the
chicken shit.
comic. Shuli's no comic.
We're out of you. And
I don't have the link.
Plus,
Has
like
nothing
an
to do with
idiot, I pay him up
balls.
front, like Carl
And
did.
why would I go on radio gunk? Nobody listens to him.
But I did anyway. I understand. Sometimes you got to take a chance in life.
You're smug. And he
said that.
I don't. Yeah, that's another thing I never heard said. I never heard this said.
Now, Chad,
He never.
have
said
I
it.
not proved my case?
It's right there. It's coming out.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, hypocrite, now I have you on tape saying that you're better than me, and then 2 days later saying that you never said that. I rest my case, you bald, broke, crystal fucking loving loser. Okay? And by the way, Shuli, I already have my real estate people on it because I don't believe you could afford $400,000 for that house. I don't. I think that maybe your wife's parents or maybe your parents, but somebody shelled out the money for you because you, my friend, are a fucking loser.
Like your mother did for your condo. You stole my thing too.
Oh
Kevin.
my goodness. No, I just see this world and what they're all about and how I just saw the Shuli Network. I did a show with Shuli at Side Splitters like a couple months ago.
April
One night, it was a
13th.
Thursday night. It was a real light crowd. And I got along with Shuli. I always got along with Shuli. Everyone always said he was a good guy. And some people said he was a snake, but I was like, he never did anything to me. Never did anything to me. So I get there, we hang out. He's being nice enough. His producer, Joe, was there. He was being cool and saying I was funny and wanted to work with me. Literally 2 days later, he blocks me on everything. He's trashing me. I'm like, okay, because there was a misunderstanding between Bob Levy and his celebrity daughter. And his dumb wife who got involved.
Misunderstanding.
So I was just like, I know
What's
what
this,
these
a
guys are all
Three's
about.
Company
I know what they're doing
episode?
right now.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
A
see what they're all about.
misunderstanding?
They're all about pylons and they're grifting. They
They're
started
bullies.
Grifting.
Internet warriors.
They're fucking they're nerds from high school that go ahead, John.
Okay. Now, Shuli's all talk right now. He's sniping you, right?
Yeah.
And he's talking a whole bullshit game. But the proof is in the pudding, Chad. I go
Proof
to
is
him,
in the pudding.
I'm
Chad
an
is
easy
pudding.
target, all right? I'm like fucking 5 pints in. And there I am, I'm not doing questions written for Shuli. I'm just doing stern-based questions. It could have been anybody there, Sal or Rich. I said this already.
Right.
Look at the pussy that he is. Does he have a witty
He's
comeback?
drinking vodka.
Does he
Chad.
have a witty fucking retort? I have interviewed so many comedians, and they have funny things to say. For instance, the best line ever, Joan Rivers, without even skipping a beat. She's a legend. By the way, Shuli, she's actually a real comic. So I interviewed Joan, and I said, Joan.
She
do you
was.
think- yes. I said, Joan, do you think ugly people should be allowed to have children? She said, no, and I told your mother that. That's how quickly that she was able to have a funny line.
99 cents.
Yet Shuli, he can come up with a line. You know what his line was, Chad? Hi, Mr. Security, could you get him out of here? That was his line.
Well,
I'm not a
pretty good,
celebrity,
too.
get me
That's
out of
pretty
here.
good, too.
That was Shuli's line.
Not as good
If
as
you
Joan
ran him
Rivers.
away
Was
from
pretty
with his
good. I know you got to
backpack
talk to make it
Listen, I teach middle
transformative.
school and
Yeah.
they wear backpacks. Okay?
Hi, everybody's
I don't see
lawyer.
them wearing backpacks. But who wears a backpack? The fucking dues payer. Chad, have you ever seen a comic at any one of your shows wear a backpack?
Silent Mike.
Right.
Holy
I'm not looking for it.
Mike.
Yeah, because if you saw it, you go, what the fuck
Have you ever
is
seen
wrong
an
with you?
audience, Chad?
He's walking around with a backpack. I mean, that alone says
What is he, a hiker?
fucking wuss you are. I mean,
I don't hate backpacks as much as you do, but I'm with you. I get what you're saying.
oh, backpacks are like that. The term that we can't use anymore. That little bag, little pouch they used to wear on the thing. The F bag or whatever. Which you can't say anymore. 30 years ago,
Fanny
you
pack?
could say it, but you can't say it anymore. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean. A backpack. I have 6th graders. They all wear backpacks. Shuli is like a 6th grader, and he is in his brain too. Now, Chad, let me ask you, and I'm not doing. Listen, you could be smart and not go to college. I get it. You could be smart and not go to
Thanks, teacher.
But they love saying that I'm stupid. All right?
Mhm.
Yeah. They
No,
all
you're
love
an
saying
idiot.
that I'm stupid.
Different.
Now, Shuli, you have a 4-year degree from NYU? Nah, don't think so.
Nah.
Do you think you could ever pass a real estate exam? Nah, I don't think so. Do you think you could ever pass the CBEST, a 4-hour exam for LAUSD, which includes algebra? comprehensive reading and writing? No, never. You have to write theses. You wouldn't even know how to spell thesis. Bob would fucking start out with a Z. So all I'm going to say
But I make more money than you.
Is that true?
Stupid. Don't think so, Shuli. Don't think so. Swing and a miss. You fucking fool.
My thing about Shuli, though, is like, you know, he's obviously out for himself. And I did the show with him at Side Splitters. I never had a problem with him. But he could say whatever he wants, but he drew like 35 people. He was the headliner. He promoted for like 2 months on Calta and his thing. And everyone sells tickets at Side Splitters. And there was no tickets sold. And it was like a few.
You sold 27 of them.
I mean, I had people come up to me, but I was just like, there isn't a buzz there. And then they wanted me to do that Pottstown gig. Like Bob called me. He's like, I'll give you $500. You come down to the. I go, okay. I go, I'll do it if Florentine and Kevin do it. Because I was on the show at the time, and Kevin says, "Fuck no, I'm not doing it." And Florentine's like, "Nah, I'm not. I'm already booked." So I was like, "Okay, I'll still go. It'll be weird. It's not my thing." And they're like, "No, we're gonna get a dunk tank. We're gonna put you in a dunk tank." I'm like, "No, that's not happening. You put Bob Levy in a dunk tank."
Well, speaking of Bob, this is the funniest thing. I love Kevin Brennan. I know you. To me, Kevin Brennan's a funny. I'm not kissing his ass for any of the reasons.
No, Kevin is funny. He's a
funny fucking guy. That's it. End of story.
He's funny.
But I'll tell you this. Because I'm entertained.
Clip this. Clip it back.
To Kevin on the phone. He makes me fucking laugh. So
this is the best day of my life.
Ignoring the super chats, I'll get to him.
Ignore that because you're goofing on my kid.
Oh, I didn't see him.
No, not James. The other one before it.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Now,
James O'Sullivan is back.
Kevin is schooling Bob. Bob goes, Ronnie Munn Jr., thanks for the super chat. So Bob goes, hey, Kevin, why don't
his stepdad reunited?
And this way, you know, you could be on the Shuli Network, Kev. And then Kevin just stopped.
It's all
with his tracks. Went, no, you dumb fuck.
It's a fucking joke, you fucking idiot.
We all hate each other. What the fuck? You want us all to get along and sing?
No.
What are you, an idiot?
No, you fucking dumb fucking idiot.
I laughed my ass off.
Substitute teacher, nothing.
He's just fucking funny.
Oh my God! I guess.
Look, Chad, I'll get to the point. I don't have any lighting. I have my lighting, but it's in one of my boxes.
Well, you just moved into your house, right?
Yeah, I'm brand new.
Well, how great I am. How do I look miserable?
Beautiful, Kevin.
I saw the house
before. It
Best
looked
looking
great.
hot dog I ever seen.
How new is it? Is it just like brand new?
Brand
Where's
new.
my good side?
I'm the first person that freaking slept in it. I was going to jerk off today, but I forgot to. But I would have been the first to jerk off on it too. Well,
I'm about to cry.
There you go. Anyway, we all got goals. We all have goals.
Do the squeegee, right? Anyway, so where was I? Okay. Now now we'll handle Bob for a second because I didn't want. Look, Bob is not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy.
You could have done it to my face, coward.
So let me just start from this jumping off point, Chad. Is that okay?
Yeah. Is your internet okay? Because it is a little choppy, or do you think it's just something that'll click in?
I got the highest quantum fiber. I got like the highest speed internet.
Okay. Well, maybe it'll kick in. It's something you can't control.
No, I got high speed.
I love Snipe streaming. I'm gonna Snipe stream Melton after this.
Internet gets
this is fucking great. You just watch his show and have a couple of laughs.
I didn't have a problem on MLC.
It looks good. It looks good right now. I'm sorry. I just people were saying stuff and sending me messages. And I'm like, I don't know.
Listen, and I'm gonna fucking cut everyone to the punch here. I know I look like shit, but it's because I don't have any lighting. I look like I died 5 years ago. I get it.
Okay, it's
you can all say that. Yeah, I have the Dutch boy hair because I'm growing my hair long. It's my midlife crisis. It goes along with my fucking Harley. Now, which is totally paid for. Fucking dues pay it.
Oh my God.
Now, I know I'm spitting, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
On the take of private parts, Betty Thomas, the director. Oh, that's right, Julie. I was in Howard's movie with you. Nah, don't think so. Anyway, so I was. Look at all
some of these are just trolls, but I don't give a shit.
I don't care.
Now.
I love when they pay. I love when they pay to be a troll. It's like, yeah, pay. Give Chad the money.
You hate
I don't give a fuck. Chad paid me.
He said,
give him the money.
Shuli says 7:21. He also started a half hour early. He has 4 people on, and he has
because you know why, Chad? Because he knows that I'm funny. I have charisma.
And I have 13,000. He has 13,000 subscribers. I just started doing this YouTube stuff, and January. And I'm almost at 5,000. So
I have over 17,000. I don't even do a show anymore. So just take that to the bank. Now, Bob.
Come on, John.
Now, you're not a bad guy, and I don't think you are. I think you got a big heart. I don't think you're very bright. That's not a slight, but you're not. And I think you couldn't spell
teacher.
slight.
Not a slight.
I'm not a teacher.
Here's my problem with Bob. And I didn't get into it because I like Bob. I do. But now we're going to get into
coward, then.
The hypocrite. Now, Bob was saying that Bob justified, first of all, going on the Uncle Rico show because he said, oh, come on, John, we're just busting balls like people do. Yeah, Chad, I get that. I could bust on somebody's ball for like a day or two.
Somebody's balls.
But
sounds smarter
John,
than
let me ask you this. If there was a network dedicated to shitting on Bob, do you think, and you joined it, he would be like cool with that? Like, where there's a revenue stream for him and his friends, his family. Like, no, Bob's a sensitive prick too. And
I make money.
And he'd have a big problem.
He's a hypocrite.
Yeah.
So
you didn't say that? Yes,
because look, Jim Norton, I love to death.
I love Jim Norton. Jim Norton's a great guy.
Jim Florentine, I love to death. Now, these guys are not only real comics, dues payer. They don't brag about paying their dues. Every comic pays their dues.
Jim Florentine watches us make fun of you.
They're real fucking funny comics.
John.
I had them both on the road with me. Now, Florentine will never, he doesn't trash me.
He doesn't want to deal with you.
Doesn't trash me. Why? Because they're loyal. They know I've been nothing but good.
He doesn't want to deal with you. That's why.
Just like you, Bob. I've been nothing but good to you too. I was nice to your son. I was nice to you. But what'd you do? You decided to do a whole entire bunch of shows.
Where were you the other day? Where were you?
Now we're going to get into the hypocrite known as Bob Levy. Now, let's start. So he does this show. Now,
it's like class. Let's start. Take your books out, kids. I love it.
He's a teacher.
Yeah, this is snipe streaming heaven.
Why are you doing this, man? Yeah. You're supposed to be my friend. Like, why are you doing this? Oh, come on, John. We're just busting balls. Then I text him again when it keeps going on. Bob, Florentine doesn't do it. Norton doesn't do it. Why are you doing it? And then he stops. And then I don't know what he says. But then, get a load of this, Chad. He justifies that the reason why it's okay now that for him to goof on me ad nauseum every single day is because I DM'd him and that pissed him off. Chad, I swear to God, this is his logic on it.
He can call me and talk.
That's what he said on the show. And I'm sure anyone from Chili's Anonymous could pull it up and they'll find it. He said it's just because John, started DMing me and then I was like,
by 3 different accounts that he uses.
To just
3
say,
different.
I have no integrity. I have no loyalty. I'm out to make a buck. Period. End of story. Right? So he decides to do this. That's hypocrite number 1. Hypocrite number 2. Everybody, here comes another Levy bomb. Everyone loves Jaeger bombs. Here comes the Levy bomb.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Here's the Levy bomb. Shuli.
This is fantastic.
Hi, Bob. Hi, Kevin. They're watching right now.
Yeah. They think
it's you guys
that somehow I don't pay my
I'm a snipe streamer now. It's official. I'm a snipe streamer t-shirt, Mountain. Mountain, you watching this? I just bought 5 more shirts yesterday. I'm a snipe streamer.
Now, I didn't get to half the shit that I wanted to get to. Bob, I'm going to ask you a question.
Because I was there.
Maybe this is an alleged story, but it's from a very damn good source. Chad, you know the source.
Yeah.
I will give you an honest answer.
Did you spend 4 days in jail for not paying child support?
Yeah, and I've talked about it.
Not Bob. Be
and
honest,
I talked about
Bobby.
it because of the fact my son was 18 at the time, and I stopped paying when he was 18, by the law.
To quote the great crackhead Bob.
But didn't he? Because he said you were a bad dad, and he went after your kids.
Oh yeah, I'm a bad dad, and then he doesn't pay child support.
I did.
I'm sorry, Chad. I gotta call out these hypocrites.
It's not.
And now
I
we're gonna
talked
get into
about it on the air.
This is the one I didn't bring up because I was busy.
Let me hold it for 1 second, James. I'm going to be reading these, but we're on a roll. We're not Kevin's show. We're not just reading.
James, sorry.
We'll get to it. We're going to get to all this, guys. I'm
don't worry. I'm going to answer every question you have.
People at home.
Every question.
Yeah, everyone sees them. So
with
go ahead.
lies because he has
Now-
nobody to back it up with the truth.
Bob then says on Kevin's show, this is truly makes fun of your alcoholism. Yet they all fucking kiss Anthony Cumia's ass, and he's drinking on every fucking show, and he's half in the bag every fucking night. But I'm somehow an alcoholic. You fucking hypocrites!
Whoa!
Hey, stop
But he
stealing
said
my
himself
act.
he's a huge burnout who
Get
smokes
out of
weed all
Kevin's
day
yard.
long in his wife's basement. No,
Yeah.
I've done gigs. Julie's smoking weed nonstop, and so
Yes,
does
I am the
Bob.
hypocrisy police. I even bought the
Yeah,
shit.
smoking it all
Yeah,
the
Julie-
time.
Julie does get
I
high
told you on the
all
phone
day
today,
and
I'm
all
the
night. That's a
hypocrisy police.
fact.
And you
It's
said,
better
John,
to
you should get a
drink
shirt.
and fall.
And so I did. I give credit where credit is due.
Julie's
Julie's
the
tried something.
equivalent of an alcoholic with
Getting back
weed.
to Bob. There it is. There it is. Hack in the Box has it. That's what I was getting
Hack
to.
in the box.
That's what I was getting to.
Hack in the
Bobby
box.
is
I'm
on
taking a
Brennan.
picture. It's
No
not
one's
even
your
mine.
tech family.
Keep families out of this. Meanwhile, my brother who died when he was 9, he was killed. He's
You
making
brought it
jokes
up,
and his sister and his
Chad.
dumb wife's laughing at it. I'm like, you're a
Your dumb
fucking piece
wife.
of shit. Fuck you,
You
Bob.
can't even leave
Yep, and
Florida
guess
now.
what
How
else,
does that
Chad?
feel?
You fence sitter.
Bob did
Pussy.
Keep taking Kevin's money, Bob. Keep
I
taking it, you
will.
fence
I
sitter.
will.
And while
And-
Kevin shits all over
And
the
keep
Shuli
sucking
network, you
Florentine's
just sit there and you
dick,
take
who
it like
said
a
you
bitch.
are nothing on stage.
All right,
That's
now,
why
Chad,
you open because you're
sorry.
so
This is
easy
the
to
best one.
follow
Not the
and
best
you
one.
live
This is the
local.
one where I
Florentine
swear
said
to
it.
you, when I told Vince the
Oh, this is
lawyer, I
transformative.
said,
I feel
if I ever run
transformed.
into Bob, I'm going to beat his
Right?
fucking
Don't
ass,
you feel
know.
transformed?
Just
We're
kidding
stream,
around. I'm only, obviously, I
steam
don't
striping.
promote violence, but I was saying that I'm going to have a serious talk.
He doesn't promote it.
Oh, I love the hype train. That made
Have
me
a
laugh.
serious talk.
Anyway.
bitch.
The thing is,
We'll get you on at the end.
yeah,
Oh
let's definitely do it at the
He's
end.
a fan.
Bob,
If I
Then
was fucking, if
decide
I was single, I'd be fucking
do
Chad's
5
aunt
to
right
10 minutes,
now. I
not
swear to
just
God,
like-
I might
like
still
on
anyway.
as an aside. I don't want to explain to Bob what an aside is because he wouldn't know. But
He's
like if you're on
I'm
stage
not
doing
in
a
front of
play,
him.
like
Holy
East
shit,
Systems
what
drama,
a
an aside
phony
is when
piece of
talk
shit
to the
you are,
audience while
John.
other characters are on stage, as opposed to a soliloquy, which is a monologue on stage, and there are no other characters on stage. There, I just gave you the definition of an aside.
I like
Now-
we get these. I like a well-trimmed taint. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks
All
for
right,
the super.
so hold on, Chad. Chad, listen to me.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
So
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
So Bob then does a 5 to 10 minute diatribe on my trans kid, right? And now he justifies it by saying somehow I made fun of his wife, which I never did and if I did, I don't think I would ever because his wife is fucking
did.
gorgeous.
You
His
did.
wife is beautiful. Why would I
did.
go? How could I
You
goof
did.
on Bob's wife? She's a piece of ass. I told Bob on Brennan show, I think Bob's wife is super hot. And let me correct you on something, Levy.
She
Oh, you're
shit
gonna
on my
correct me
mom
today?
So go ahead.
Stop interrupting me.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry to interrupt on my.
No, because I don't want to fuck up my train of thought, which I think you
I know. You're on a
And
roll.
She
You're on a
actually
roll.
thought he was a friend of
Now
mine
you-
at the
I'm sorry.
beginning.
Okay.
Bob's wife's hot. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh. So then Bob goes, well, then I got into a car accident and John doesn't call to see how I am. He calls to ask me if my wife's fat and could he hit on her. I'm trying to get permission like any man would do, right?
Like any man would
Any
do.
man would ask permission
What
from
a
a friend
fucking
if he
loser.
could date. I didn't know it was his wife. I thought it was just some girl he was dating. I know he.
We
I'm
broke
getting
up.
love on this chat too.
Barbie, and I know he was trying to date this girl named Tammy, not Tammy Pescatelli, you idiots.
Yeah.
I'm
What
just-
happened with Tammy and Pescatelli? She was on like Twitter going crazy.
No,
Love
because
Tammy.
these idiots started saying that I said I shagged Tammy. Yeah, a different Tammy that spells her name completely different. Tami, not Tammy Pescatelli. A different Tammy, but they try and stir shit.
There's two
But they're
Tammys.
being dishonest, and
No.
when they played this fucking guy plays the tape, Tammy Pescatelli goes, John, you've been exonerated by the tape because you say the girl lives in Florida, which she does. So there you have it. That's not Tammy Pescatelli, you dumb fucks. Anyway, getting back to it.
Yeah. I love you, Tammy Pescatelli.
There's
Yeah,
two of
I
them.
do too.
Holy shit. Who would have
then
known
I
they used
say-
that name again?
To Bob, look, if you're not dating her anymore, it's okay if I ask her out.
They're sending
That's
chats
what
to me.
a true man does.
This is
And
on
Bob
chat
does
stream,
that.
right?
Is, well, I didn't
Adam.
even call to ask about his
Isn't
health.
this from James O'Sullivan? It's not on chat
Yeah.
I know he
thing.
got into a car accident.
Yeah,
I
they're
didn't-
sending
I
messages.
don't know any of this shit.
Yeah.
And if he
He
told
looks
me,
very confused.
I certainly forgot about it because he looked fine to me.
Chad's confused by the chats.
Doesn't
He
look
thinks
fine
he
to anyone.
thinks I'm getting them.
Okay, but anyway, that's not the
What do you
point.
mean?
The point is,
I know.
Bob,
I just want to take a dig. Because he's always doing it about me.
Hey, just put me in close up for a second.
I don't know.
James O'Sullivan. These guys are cleverer than anybody.
When it comes to this shit.
Let's see if this works.
He's sending chats to me.
All you gotta
Good
do
chat.
is just take yourself out of the stream for a second.
Oops. That's what
No, do the opposite.
No, just
I don't know what I'm doing.
Don't worry about it. No. Pull,
one over,
pull
one over
back.
to the right.
How far?
one over to the
Cleveland?
right.
Okay.
What's he
just go
trying
back.
to do?
Oh,
No,
Just
he's trying
pull
to
back,
make
pull
him
back. This is it doesn't-
bigger.
Here, I'll
Bigger.
get out of the frame.
He's close. He's close.
Okay,
It's
Bob.
right there.
He stole this from me.
To goof on my trans child, really? To do 5 to 10 minutes on a trans person.
You did it on Artie's show. I'm going to get that
This is
video
a group
from
of
Dan
people that are
Filato.
being beaten up on a daily basis. And you pile on my child when I was nothing but nice to
You
Dominic.
started
your
with
child?
family. You
How can
started.
sleep, Bob, I ask you. How
I
can
just
you
took a
sleep
nap. I
goofing
just got up.
on an
He
innocent
just took a nap.
I just took a nap, you fucking Dutch boy painting looking
it's
prick.
become transgender in the world, like of Ron DeSantis's and Donald Trump's, who shit all over the trans community, and you decide to take a shot, a 5 to 10 minute soliloquy on my child, a monologue you do, trashing my child, and you justify it by saying, "Oh, well,
Family.
John said something about my wife,"
Family.
which I don't think I ever did.
You did.
And if I did, I would just say, "I'm sorry." You could have called me, and I would have.
You said it.
apologized.
Oh, you
I
should have
would've
called
made
me,
a public
fucking fat
apology.
boy.
I ever did. You can come back, Chad. Doesn't matter. This is stupid.
I like that he ducked out of the shot.
But Bob,
She could apologize to me too. It could have been over. It would have been
Yeah,
fine.
Couldn't he just
Apologize
make
to
John the
you.
shot?
you as a coward,
Yeah.
go and think it's okay to trash my trans child. Now, you know why Chad does this? Because that's how he really feels about the trans community.
No, it's
That's
not.
why he does Anthony Cumia, and we're gonna get into Cumia soon.
I haven't
And
been
I'm-
on
Well, the
Anthony
show
in
is
a
called
long
Kumia's
time.
Cock, so we
Well,
should.
Cumia.
He should be the
Somebody
the
tell
one
Comey to
saving
watch.
for the last. He's the main.
Oh no, I
event.
got plenty of guys to talk about. Don't worry about it. I mean, trust me, I could do 10 hours with these fucking cucks. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
please hit like and subscribe if you guys want to jump in the chat. This is one for the ages.
Of course it is. Because I'm fucking
Fat Alex
even though this
Baldwin.
is
Look
not
at
radio.
him.
I don't know why
Look at
Bob says,
Chad.
"Hey, I'm good at radio." It's not radio.
No,
This
it's
is what's
radio,
known as
John. You don't
podcast.
understand. It's radio. I was
It's
on
not
good
You'll
podcast,
be done with this
you dumb
soon.
fuck.
We
It's
are never
radio.
giving up
I do
on
good
you.
radio.
We will make
Radio.
you quit. We will make
Radio
you
is when you
want to
listen.
go
You don't
on.
see.
Woo!
Anyway, thank you.
Boom, boom,
Pat.
boom, boom. It's over there, fat boys.
I get out of the shower and I'm fucking sweating wet. I'm Puerto Rican.
This is the greatest show I've ever been on. Thank you, everybody. Thanks in the super chats. You guys are killing it.
So,
John's
Bob,
a coward.
I deserve an apology from you. And I know you're not going to do it because you're not that big of a man.
Yeah, and I want an apology from his wife for saying about my mother too. While we're at it, go ahead.
She
First of
did.
all,
She
Gina,
did. She said she's sorry
I
you
think
got
you're
abused
hot.
by your
I
mother.
really do. If I ever said anything
Go
bad
fuck yourself,
about you,
Chad.
and not like all these fans of mine
Pussy.
who have all these accounts that everyone thinks is me. If I, Stuttering John, at Stuttering John M on Twitter, have ever said anything bad about you, Gina,
You did.
from the bottom of my heart, I am sorry. And I'm very sincere. I don't remember saying anything, but if I did,
You
I'm
did.
sorry. And if I hurt you, shame on me. And if you want, I'll get you a gift card to a restaurant as an apology and say, I am sorry.
Yeah, get her a gift card to Bennigan's. Let's do this.
As
Red
the
Lobster.
great crackhead Bob said, I am sorry. There you go. So now, Bob, can you be a man and apologize? I ask you, Bob. I ask you, Greg. As indictment against the justice system. Okay, anyway, that's Animal House. Anyway, so I ask you, Bob, can you apologize to me at least and say you're sorry for goofing on my trans child?
Since you apologize,
That is so
I
horrible.
apologize for saying anything about your kid. You brought in family first.
Please apologize.
I just did, fat boy.
Okay. Well, I want to repent for my homophobic slurs. When we were on the Stern Show, you could say Oriental, meaning an Asian person in those days, because it was acceptable. And we said a lot of shit on the Stern Show in those days that right now is considered unacceptable.
Wi-Fi is not very good.
And what we do, Chad, it's a certain
You
thing.
got the best
called
one.
growth
Highest
as an
package.
individual. And
If he took his
sometimes
green
you
screen
gotta
out,
fight.
it would get better.
I wanna
That
know that.
sucks up
Go
a
ahead.
lot
His-
of
Well, I
upload
like to
speed.
grow. Right now, I'm learning Spanish.
His
because
speed is
my-
so
I'm going
high, it's named
backwards.
Shuli.
My daughter speaks fluent Spanish. She said, Dad, first she said, Dad, you got to watch the movie Parasite. I was reluctant because it's in subtitles, but I loved it. And then she said, now
I will deal with
she
both
can
of them
fluent
in
Spanish.
person
Just got back
anytime,
from Spain. She
anytime,
said, Dad, I want you
and
to
we
learn
will
Spanish.
talk.
And now for her,
Two tough guys
for
that
me,
will do
hija,
nothing
I am
when the
learning
fucking
Spanish.
madness
Como
comes and
esta?
fucking into your fucking face.
Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Oui, je ne sais pas. That's French. Anyways, go ahead. I'm being
So-
silly.
So I like to grow. So yes, on the Stern Show, did we say things that were wrong? Yes. Oh, here it is. I love this. I wasn't making fun of gay people, you dumb fuck. Okay. So Chad, this is their new kind of narrative. Shirley tried to get me fired again. Shirley goes on his show and goes, "Oh, people
On
should show this to LGBT." First of all, I wasn't making fun of anyone gay. I said that Carl was effeminate. That doesn't mean gay. Ryan Seacrest is effeminate. That doesn't mean gay. That
He
doesn't
stole
mean-
it from me. I said that.
Yes,
it's not
you
an
did.
anti-gay slur. It just means that Carl and Bob and Anthony all goof on my gay children, and they all goof on my gay children.
So do you. I'm gonna
But
get the tape
then
from
when
Dan
I
Flata.
call Carl effeminate, they somehow say that I'm being anti-gay, which is
Yes.
couldn't be further from the truth. I watched
You-
it.
You
dumb
said
fuck.
it as a put
I
down.
was just simply saying
You
that
said it as a put
that
down.
he drinks his beer in an effeminate fashion.
Is that how your family does it?
Effeminate because he has.
Oh, this
paneling.
is transformational.
Is going to have paneling in their state-of-the-art studio. That's all. Wasn't going against gay people. I was going against the hamburger himself and Bob and Carl and Poppy.
You didn't come at me
for pooping
once.
on my
Once.
gay children.
Coward.
That is all. And I actually came away from that interview with Brennan liking Carl. I know it's hard to believe.
No, you guys had a good back and forth. I thought.
Yes. I actually will say that I left that show and go, you know what? I kind of like Carl. I do. I think he was stupid.
I don't think Carl's evil. I think a lot of these
I
guys
don't
are.
think he's evil either. I think
I
he
think-
actually is probably a nicer guy than people think.
Yeah, and I kind of saw
That
a side
people
of that in
think.
him,
Everybody
so-
thinks he's a
Yeah,
nice guy.
And I was happy to see it actually.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this. Like, Carl said something incredibly stupid. And here we go. Now I'm going to call Carl a hypocrite on this.
Get to Cumia. Come on. We don't have all
You were never a
day.
writer on Stern. Casey told me so. Casey is a fucking lunatic who got fired from Stern for threatening to beat the fuck out of Tom Chiusano. And Carl is,
It's
That's
better
not
than
why.
threatening to kill Stern and Beth and being banned from the Sirius XM building. Boom,
there you
roasted.
go.
Suck it, Bob. Suck my dick,
How's
Bob
that
Levy.
roasted?
You
Thank
fuck.
you.
You old
I'll
fuck.
fucking
You
I'll kick
grifter.
your dick into
And
your
by the way,
fucking fat
Tom,
mouth,
and
you
you-
fucking
by the way, John, didn't he
coward
steal,
piece of shit.
John Melendez and friends from you too? And he
oh,
took
yeah. Oh, thanks for reminding me.
What?
no
Chad,
problem. Anything, Bob's. I'm here.
Remind me again because I'm just going to finish the thought now.
Fair enough.
What? John, what, and
By the
friends
way,
is
he just fell off the wagon. He was talking about suicide. I emailed him because I care. And I recorded something with Vince, the crooked lawyer. And I said, get this to Casey. But I emailed Casey the same thing. I said, Casey, and I'm going to say it right now to you again, Casey.
Casey
I'm
didn't
worried
get
about
fired for that
I
reason.
am. Because I actually
There's
do
another
love you.
reason.
And you were talking about killing yourself or, something about suicide. I know you're a good friend, and my friend Autumn killed herself. And I don't want you to even make a joke
She was
about
friends with
suicide.
you.
I don't want you to do that because that's a red flag. That's something that we have to worry about. So I want to just tell you that I care about you and I love you. And so I email him this. I say, if you ever want to talk, I will always be here. The door is always open because I do care about you. But now, KC is incredibly 100% wrong by saying that I wasn't a writer. So I go to Doug Goodstein, and I don't think Doug would mind because he was the exec producer, and he has every single show tape on file. And now they're accusing me of not being a writer, right? This is their new fucking bullshit story. And they say that I wasn't a writer, right? So what happens? So I show everybody, Doug, thank you, gets me the screenshot, and there it is. Written materials contributed by Benji Bronk and Stuttering John Melendez. And then finally, when Scott because Buchwald's a cheap fuck, and he said to Einziger, "Oh, I can't give my writers credit. They're going to want more money." That's Buchwald. He's a prick.
Don Buchwald. I met him
Yes,
once.
and it's all in my book. I fucking go nuts on him.
Yeah,
Plug your book.
Chad,
Let's do it.
Chad,
Easy for
tell
you.
us your story about meeting Don Buchwald. What a
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
#1 bestseller in
What an idiot. Hey, yeah, interrupt Stuttering John
Argentina.
so you can tell your Don Buchwald story. I met him once at the Waffle House.
So okay.
So are you
don't
Don
get me straight.
Buchwald?
And then I said,
I
and
used
then
to be
go
in
on,
radio
what
too. I'm
you
Chad
gotta do,
Zumock.
Carl, Shuli. All you got to do is go on IMDb, and there I am, writer, Howard Stern Show.
Wow, this
Yes,
really got
I
him
was
to
a writer
saying he
on the Howard
wasn't a
Stern
writer.
Show. Chad, ask me if I'm collecting a Writers Guild pension right now.
I know you are. I know you are.
Come on, it's more fun.
How do you know,
Oh,
Chad?
are
How do
you
know?
collecting one, John? I mean,
Yes, yes.
oh, so
I thought you never asked. Yeah.
there you go.
Yes,
These guys are good together.
Yeah,
I'm
their
just laughing so I
chemistry
get
is
some color. But
Here's the
undeniable.
thing, Carl.
Stupid
Everyone,
and
you
Hold on,
guys,
stupider.
get some color in my face.
I can't. I hope they do every day at 4
you
so I
guys
can
can all
snipe
say what you
stream
want,
them.
but John has been more successful than everyone together. I mean, they were goofing on you and making money, but I
Yeah,
mean,
goofing.
like I said, you have the Forrest Gump life. You had record contracts. You were on the biggest radio show. You were on
Forrest
Leno.
Gump
You had
life.
the right. So you did good. I mean, I don't
I
know.
had Gene Simmons.
That's the first time I went on Carl's show. Like they did the segment where they're supposed to goof on you. I was like, he's never done anything to me, you know. And
That's
then
not what you said.
That's why I
you
was kind
you
of
had a
weirded
whole
out
bunch of
by it.
stuff.
I fucked
He's
it up.
such a
but
liar.
it's
He
just
wanted
like,
to
well,
come
what am I
on the
gonna say? I don't
Shuli
know.
thing.
He stutters. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. Even in my
Oh
my
my God.
MTV video, that's right, Shuli. Yeah, I was on Headbangers Ball. Florentine knows this. I have Sting, Gene Simmons, Nuno Betancourt, Gilbert Gottfried,
Liver failure.
all in my rock video that I released on Atlantic. I made well into the six figures on my album, opened for, get a load of this, Chad. And oh yeah, I'm living my glory days. Don't just remind me glory days so I can call them out again.
Glory
Okay.
days. Gotcha.
Yep, just write it down.
Carl, get the sound effect ready.
Okay, thank you. Now,
You can't play Glory Days from Springsteen. You don't have that available.
We went on tour with them.
You can't.
Yeah,
Adam, did you get the Mr. Burns clip?
I did, yeah.
He does his
I
song,
can't
he's a
play it
bow
now
and
because
No, I know.
Well,
we're
we
steam
do our
striking.
No, I
but
wouldn't
yeah,
dare.
I got some good Mr. Burns.
Excellent.
Motley Crue,
Bonus
Ozzy
Burns.
Osbourne, White Zombie. We opened
Hey,
up for
Chad
everybody.
wanted to come on Uncle
Green Day.
Rico right away. He said he had a John story. You remember that? Right
Yeah,
after he
don't
even
lose
posted
pay.
it to us. Oh my
Chad
God.
just did that sound effect.
To the glory days.
He's stealing
This is
from
the
Melton
funniest
now.
thing to me.
Yeah.
So they make this Uncle Rico show.
I've heard of it.
Hypocrite. Yep. It's all to goof on me for reliving my glory days. And now, what? On the Shuli Network, they have a whole show called Road Stories. You know, so they're talking about their glory days on the road.
No, it's
now they're looking
comedians
at
on the
Stern
road, you
clips
dumb
from 20
fuck.
years ago. Their glory days. And they can never stop talking about their glory days. Hypocrite!
Stories is about interviewing comedy.
You should get
comedians
those shirts.
about comedy.
You would be able to push a lot of those shirts.
Thank you.
Oh my
So
God, he's such
what
an
happened?
idiot.
Bob stole your concept of John
Oh.
Melendez and friends because you took him on tour. And here's the thing: he's always like, "I'm a headliner. Where's the Your Cleveland medal? I'm a headliner." Meanwhile, he used to beg you and Artie to open, and it's just like
I
you don't
never-
play funny bones and improvs. You do fire halls and VFW halls. So
Yeah,
what's that
that's
all about?
I
Did he do
do,
killer
Chad.
comedy?
You
What?
middle for
Hold on, I'm
Florentine
gonna get
and then
yours,
lick
all
his
right?
balls.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's read
Where's
some
he
super
going?
chats, guys. You
He's
guys
going
have
to
been
get his
more
beer.
than generous today. Hit subscribe, hit like.
Chad
Jump
might
in the
make his
chat.
rent now. He was paying,
this
he
is,
was he was snipe streaming Ray to
You're a
get
little
some super
curveball,
chats.
motherfuckers. This is great.
He will be out of this business.
Kate Two
and
says the
and
funniest thing
every
Shuli
day
ever
we're going
did.
against him.
I
Every
think he's
day.
almost as
You
funny as
will
Artie
have
and
no
Jackie
guest after
in that
this.
Artie
It's
chair for
over.
a couple of days.
It's over. Get Florentine
who
and
is
him on
that?
and talk about his old girlfriend.
This guy says, "Hey, Stuttering John, when you going to man up and talk to Shuli, Chad?
Me,
You're
man
the
up.
worst Zia for all grifters. Thanks, guys."
I'm supposed to man up. Why is there always that light coming in? I don't know. Should I adjust my setting here?
You do what you want. I don't care. Jason H, $5. This guy's classy. Look how he dresses. John, you got to come back at least once a week. Once a week. But you told
got
me
money,
you
Chad?
don't have to. Like it's like
You got
you
money?
got all this. But also, Dabblers Anonymous, Chad, reach out to me privately. Tell me what you're paying John for this interview, and I will cover it. John, are you on a publicity tour?
Mhm.
No, it's called the Hypocrisy Police Tour.
He made up a
And
shirt.
thanks all the
for
new
this.
members: D-Man, Carlos
He made
Danger,
up a
Dan
shirt.
Florentine, the great Dan Florentine, Tony Salt, Sammy V, Papas, Lily Bell Igor.
No, don't. That's the guy who's making fun of my daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. It's
Ooh.
hard to keep track. I don't have a producer, Joe, for some reason. So I have to do this myself. But I see you're all in here. We're going to get to all of it. But John, you're on a roll. Let's get into why Bob Levy stole your tour.
And by the way, Dabbles Anonymous, thank you for A, being very generous to Kevin, and B, being very generous to Chad.
Yes.
Yes, Dabblers Anonymous,
Oh, no.
see you.
And see, that's the thing, Chad. I don't care.
Yeah, we're definitely going to strip club. We
Oh,
might go for brunch.
100%.
I really give a fuck about all these
We
guys.
might go for. We might do the
You
show
were in the
from
pressure
there.
cooker when millions
Mhm.
and millions of people were
Yeah,
listening.
live
to
remote,
some of the
yeah.
worst things. So this is nothing.
Chad, I'm
And that's
with
why
you.
all
Take
these things
that
coming
up.
after me. Like you think when I was on FM radio when I had thousands and thousands, this is nothing.
Glory
Bring it. I had
days.
Rover's Morning Glory coming after me, hardcore,
Glory,
and it was tough.
morning
but I dealt
glory
with it. So
days.
all these little podcasts, I don't care. I don't want to be friends with you. I don't want to be allies. You all suck. I would never grab a beer
Why do
with
you want to come back
So
to
fuck
MLC
off.
every day?
I would grab a beer with John. Go ahead. Skull. I don't have a one, but
Come on, drink, you fucking tub of
If
shit.
Chad
Also,
keeps
hey,
it up like this,
before I
if
forget,
Chad keeps
I
it up
also
like
wanna
this, I
remind
might not
Mr.
take
Shuley
him
that was
back.
here
I might not
today.
take him
Well,
back
too
to be.
late, Kevin. They always
Yeah, it
do.
might be too
Let's
late
bring up
now,
the Pickle
Chad.
Club. You said if you got 1,000 Patreons, you would go there, do a show, and then you ripped them all off in Pottstown with the posters. That's a fact. You got over 1,000. You never did a show. You never gave out
That
the
true,
posters.
Bob?
That's a fucking fact.
Ooh,
They're going to
you're
do a
getting the
show at the
posters.
You
Pickwick
guys
Pub.
say
You
stuff
got
about
to
me.
announce
I'm a
it.
grifter.
Bob's
All this.
working on it.
Take a look
He's
in the
working on
mirror.
it.
Go ahead.
Okay. And by the way, let me just give a shout out. Domingo Haman, perfect.
Oh,
game
hold
last
on.
night. I was
Pickwood
loving-
Pug,
oh, God. I love you, buddy.
Pub called Julie
And I'm
and they
listening
asked,
again to
please
this
do
chat.
not
I'm
come
really
down
pissed
there.
off
They
about
go,
that.
we don't like him
Someone
either.
just
He's
told
an
me this
arrogant
before.
fuck,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
we don't want
Now,
you in
or
trouble.
don't. This way they will. Okay. Now, Chad Nation, welcome, Stuttering John. Thank you, James. Okay. The million years I never thought I'd see my two biggest heroes together. Beloved Chatter. That's for Nikki B, who was my beloved Chatter, whose husband was, like getting chemo for cancer that I tried to make money for. Okay, anyway. So now let's get into this one.
Please.
I start because I'm smart. I can run things. I decide that no, I don't think he surely couldn't beat up fucking a sixth grader. So no. If
That's
Julie
true.
saw me
Julie's
in person, he
Julie's
backed
not a
down so
threat to
quickly, it'd be
anybody.
funny.
Julie is
Well,
not a
you know
threat
what?
to anybody.
He would actually
Get a
run
sixth grader and
away
let's
from
see.
me. But
Janice, Julie is not a threat
I'm
to
listening.
anybody.
All right, this is Levy at his best, and he doesn't see. That's why I don't say he's not mean. He just
Eric, I'm doing fine, everybody. You guys
Somebody
don't
put a
get it
dick
twisted.
picture
You guys keep coming in. Thanks for the super chats. Let's roll.
Yeah,
Also, be
let's
up on
pay his
Patreon,
rent.
Members only later.
Gladwell Ape, this show's for you, Gladwell Ape.
Yeah, it's
You know we didn't have
A lot of
July
fans
rent.
in
You
there.
know we didn't have July
listen to
rent.
me. You listen to me.
all right. So I start this comedy tour called the Stuttering John and Friends tour. So it's me, Jim Norton, Modi, who's
Stuttering
blowing up
John
right
and friends.
Modi's
tour.
not
Everyone's
blowing
not
up now,
agreeing.
John. They've been
But
saying
I
about
had
Modi
to
for
do, 'cause
25 years. He's
Yeah.
not blowing up.
Wash belt comedian, like his big joke. I own a Jewish airline called Bell. I'll tell you, it was so bad. But what I loved about it is people in the audience started hating on him, heckling him, and throwing ice cubes and buffalo wings at him.
That's what people want.
And
at
then
clubs.
Melrose would snap and start going, fuck you, and just go off on the
John
crowd.
charged Melrose
yes,
$500 a show to go on stage.
Me, Florentine, DePaulo, we would laugh our asses off on the side of the stage. And even when I did stand up with all these guys
You were the MC.
at Trump's Taj Mahal, I had Melrose and Howard Stern not only came on the air on that Monday, said John's stand-up was great. Yeah, surely he did. And then he said, And Melrose, I don't know if he's a genius or he's just mentally handicapped, but he's like the next Andy Kaufman. So now, what does Levy do? And this is where I would call him, I don't know, this is why I think he's a little skeevy.
Okay.
Because then Bob decides to do, like, I don't know, Murderers Row or Killers of Comedy.
That was
I think it was the
Casey's
Killers
idea.
of Comedy.
Yeah,
That was
and what does
Casey's
he do?
idea, Murderers Row.
He gets Casey so he can get the plugs. Then
Casey's
he
idea.
gets Florentine. Then he
Casey's
gets
idea.
DePaulo. He starts
DePaulo
cherry
wasn't on that.
picking
DePaulo was
every
never on
comic
the
that I
Murderers
had
Row
on my
show.
tour, including Melrose, Larry Green, and uses Melrose the same way I did.
We didn't use Melrose.
So now I'm having a pool party at my house in Bayville. And I say to Florentine, I go, don't bring Bob. I go, the guy fucking ripped off, you know, he's ripping me off. Don't bring him.
You can't
What
book
does
comedians,
Florentine do?
Kevin.
Florentine's a nice guy. He brings Bob. And I take Bob out from the backyard. I ask him, I go, come in the front. I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
So we go on my driveway in front of my garage door. And Bob, if he has any memory, he will remember this.
Yeah,
And
I
said,
remember.
Bob, what are you
Told
doing?
the story.
Why are you here? I go, you're ripping off my freaking comedy show.
You
and
invited
you're taking
me.
my own guys. And he goes, what do you
That's
mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? He doesn't even understand. That's why I don't think
Booking
Bob
comedians?
is like a bad guy.
What is he
Just doesn't
talking about?
Understand what he's doing.
You don't
and
get it, Bob.
Why
You can't
he's
book
ripping me
comedians.
off. You understand, Chad?
I'm pissing
yeah, I
you
do
off.
understand.
Sorry, Daddy.
Levy has a track. You know what I mean? He has a track record of that. Like Levy's a bitch. Like when
No,
he just
you're
got in
a
a big
bitch.
fight about Kevin because of the Shuley Network and all that. He said he was going to go out on his own. He's like, I'm going to do Out of the Coffin 5 days a week. I don't need anybody. I don't need anyone. He got no viewers. So a week later, he came crawling back to Kevin for less money.
Did I come crawling back,
no.
Kevin?
And that's a
No.
fact.
Okay, let's get
So
that
now
straight
he's back
right
on
there.
Kevin's show,
But it's a
kissing
fact,
Kevin's
though.
ass.
Kevin, did I
And,
crawl
you know,
back?
That's
No.
what he does. He just hitches his
I'll
wagon to
go
whatever
on the
opportunity
road.
there is. Like Shuley, okay,
You
I'll
ready
hitch
to
my
go on the
wagon
road?
to him. He's got a big following on YouTube.
Kevin Brennan
Kevin's
and
got a big
fans?
following. So that's Levy
Brent?
in a nutshell, hitching his wagon.
And by the way,
Hitching a
like,
wagon
when I
to
get
your
like
boy
this,
Florentine, who I
that's the-
fucking gave a fucking career when nobody
That's
was giving
effeminate.
it to him, and he
I'm
only
effeminate. Who
Yeah,
gives a
oh,
fuck?
fucking cunt.
Yeah, brings us to this one right here because you said you'd answer everything. You didn't care. John, biggest hypocrite, make fun of Carl for being feminine, but everyone has to respect your kid.
Okay.
Where did the stutter go?
Okay.
How
Here
was
we
the
go.
karate movie you did,
No,
John?
I love this stuff. This is like okay. First of all, Carl goofed. He has goofed on my children, my gay children. Okay.
How many you
So
have?
for me to call him effeminate, that is not gay. It's not. Effeminate means that he's like a metrosexual. Okay. I would never bash any gay person. Who do I look like? Anthony Cumia? God, no. I would.
No,
I would shoot
Anthony's
myself.
got talent.
But anyway, and
You
don't
would have a gun.
don't forget to remind me about Cumia because
Oh, no. You're honest.
there's a guy.
Write it down.
There's a guy.
I
That
mean,
Come on, we're almost
But
at 1,000.
you
no, we will get to Anthony Cumia. This is the show. I mean,
that
Yeah, that I
you
came
do
up with.
understand the difference between
He's so untalented,
you
Jared.
know bashing a gay person or just saying a guy is a little effeminate. Do you understand there's a difference?
No,
of course.
There's a very big difference.
no.
So stop trying to rewrite the definition of effeminate. Stop trying to make that because I would never ever bash a group of people, any group of people. I don't
Carl
care.
was in the group.
In the old days, on
Frank,
the
he's
Stern
not a
Show,
nice guy. He's not. I don't care what John says.
The
Bob's not a nice guy.
Herbers.
Go ahead.
I'm
That's my
not a
opinion.
nice-
yeah.
That's your
Well,
opinion
anyway,
because
so
you're a
that's that with
fucking
Bob.
loser.
All right, I'm leaving Bob alone. Bob, apologize for goofing on my transcript.
I did apologize.
That's all I'm
Okay,
asking.
you apologize.
I apologize now to
apologize.
your wife, who again,
If only
is
you
hot
guys
as
could hear
fuck.
each other.
You should be very happy.
Yeah, he should have done
I
this the
mean,
other day, this
I'd be
fucking
lucky,
guy.
lucky to bed down Gina. She's
Well, John, just start your own network and I'll join it because you'll probably get more super chats and I'll just leave Shuley.
No.
So
Bob should be very happy. Here I am. How many times
am
have I said how
happy.
hot she is?
I got a life, motherfucker.
And she's a nice person. She's a nurse. She's a nurse.
Oh, I didn't
Doesn't mean
know
she's a
that.
nice
Kevin,
person.
did you know this?
What a great occupation. And meanwhile, all you guys
is
who
noble.
gaslit me got you assholes to call my moderator, Nikki, who was a nurse, and tried to get her fired saying she was drugged.
Nobody did that.
A nurse.
Never do
A
that.
fucking nurse.
Liar.
That's what these haters try to do. Why is John so pale? Because I don't have any
Those
lighting.
are haters
and I don't
that
wear any
ain't
makeup,
us,
and I'm not in
boy.
the sun like Chad going sunbathing.
Yeah, and he's going out for the
Hit the like button
a roll.
everywhere.
It's a roll. He's
Hit all the like buttons.
Yeah, I'm going to play a corpse like Kevin Costner in what was that called?
The old movie. You know it.
30
Come
minutes
on.
old. No,
Come
Big
on,
Chill.
get the
The Big
Comia.
you know,
Big
Kevin
Chill.
Costner was.
I gotta bring
Big
on my.
chill.
Anyway,
I gotta bring on my guest.
so I digress. So
You
now
got
we're
it,
done
guys.
with Bob. Now let's wait. It's an hour, Chad.
All right, you want to keep going? I'll tell you what. If you want to keep going, I'll split super chats with you.
So I'll keep going, but you better make it worth my while, you prick.
I got you.
500, say, John.
Yeah.
Be a man.
Take care. This has been successful. This has been fun.
Okay. Well, now.
Wow, I can't
Oh,
believe
he's
they're
charging
talking-
by the hour like a
Stick
hooker.
around, guys.
Hi, Chad's lawyer watching us. Hi, Chad's
All you gotta do is
lawyer.
take your face out of the screen.
Chad's like, yeah, the hour's up. I didn't even come yet. Ah, shit.
Just like in life.
Damn,
This is transformative. This is better than Ray DeVito.
Surely,
Don't worry.
he denied his producers to work with me. They didn't want my money, so I was like, okay, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, they didn't want your money. Yeah, your $100 if you can find
I
it.
love
You
somebody
fucking
gave me-
hack.
He's the guy that fucking
Hack,
tried to, that broke.
Husey,
What?
this guy, nice hair.
No. Uzi's a dickhead. He is a fucking two-faced dickhead too.
He's
He's
probably
a good
laughing.
Many of them know. Let's go.